Hello again, it's Diligo here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about beast souls and soul crystals. There's a dragon egg event going on right now. It's just started today. I made a separate video out of it, so watch that if you want to know what that is all about. Another way to get beast souls is the dragon scale event, but this is a type of lottery where you buy with real money dragon scales that I don't even have at the moment, and I'm not gonna buy them. And then you enter the lottery with your coupons, and you might win something or not. And you actually get coupon numbers for your coupons. And the more coupons are purchased on the server, the better the prizes are. So basically, this is something for a merger where there are a lot of players spending money. So if every VIP on a merger would buy like 30 coupons, we'd get to 300 really fast, and so we'd actually get in the lottery to try for the orange ones. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, the kind of participation prize for one coupon is okay, but since it's real money, and you get a random one, I've tried this a few times. I would not recommend it. At least wait until the merger is done and do it then. But at the current way, so we have 8 prize coupons purchased on server. We've had a phase when we've had 300 as well, and I was in on it that time as well, but that was once, and a few times over 100, but it's just not worth it. Another event regarding beast souls is the soul crystal use more get more event, which I completely ignored, and I have spent most of my soul crystals already, which is kind of sad. Now Rapture didn't ignore it, and she had over 40,000 soul crystals, so she will get a cool magic ship, probably, of which I already have one. But no. This is basically an event that you are familiar with already. You spend some, and then you get some awesome loot for spending. Let's first talk about the things we see here. So any chest that's open like this and has a ball thingy glowing inside it is a soul component chest. These are the actual ones that you mount on your heroes. You can mount 4 soul components on your heroes, and you can unmount them if you want. But if you want to change the hero you mounted to, say you have a purple one or an orange one, and you decide, no, I don't want this one on this hero, I want to change it to another hero, it will cost you diamonds or gems. So when dealing with these souls, take your time, and just, you don't have to be scared of it or anything, but know that if you mount one, you can unmount it, yes, but if you want to mount it on another hero, then you have to pay for it in gems. So 4 of them, of soul components of each type. This one says it's a blue unicorn, and unicorn is one of the soul component types. And obviously they go from blue, purple, and orange. They don't have green soul components. Blue, purple, and orange. And when you've refined, I'll show you that a soul component to refinement level 10, you get to evolve it. And this is very key to using soul components because their special abilities activate. Most of them activate only when a certain amount of the soul components are evolved. So you will need ancient souls to evolve them. And at refinement level 10, it will cost you low ancient souls. 4 per refinement. Now this is where the buck stops, because these are way too rare of an item. Low ancient souls. You can see from the tooltip I have one of them now. Obviously I've used them, but I have one of them now. I have 49 of purple ones. Now you use more of the purple ones when you evolve from 20 upwards. Refinement level 20, you use purple ones. Even if the soul component is blue. No, you can't refine, you can't evolve the blue ones to 20. Anyway, ignore that. But I messed up. Okay, so forget that part. Cut, edit. No, I won't do that. You get these much more easier. As you can see, like from this event alone, you can see that. You start from, you get some blue unicorns. Yay, 2 of them. And you can select which ones you take. So you get the 2 blue unicorns you want. Then you get 4 low ancient souls, which means you can evolve one of them past 10. One of them. And then you get 4, 4, 6 of the mid-ancient souls. So even though it costs more to use them, so you actually use more mid-ancient souls per evolvement, you just get a lot of them. And it doesn't show you the other ones. So normally the soul crystals are blue, but this event gives you sub-soul crystals, which means that they work exactly like soul crystals do, but they're used first when refining. So basically, it's a system that they've built. When you dissolve these souls, you get these sub-soul crystals from dissolving them. And here you can get a purple beast soul component. One component you can select of the behemoth variety. It says behemoth for some reason, but it means behemoth. So last but not least, you get soul fragments. And these are used to synthesize, much like you synthesize runes, except you just use the same kind of soul fragments. You don't combine anything. Much like you synthesize runes, you can synthesize certain types of beast souls. So let's just go and look at what it looks like. So this is the basic Beast Soul window. Beast Souls are unlocked at level 65, at which point you probably won't have any Beast Souls, but if you do, I wholeheartedly advise you to go out and mount them on your heroes. So this is the behemoth, and this individual here on my Saizo is the orange behemoth, which is pretty much the go-to for any tank character that wants to stay alive. Even though the dragon, is it a fire dragon, gives you more potential for damage, like I have it on smoke here. Most people would say that on any frontline, even a damage dealing character such as Saizo, you should use the behemoth one, because they're gonna take a lot of damage. And if there's like a Sue or something on the enemy team, or a high rank Delphos, yeah, they're gonna need it. So what's happening here is I have 4 of the same type. It doesn't actually matter if you mix the colors. It just means that the quality of the item is worse. Let's see, that's 30. We've got 20. So here's a comparison. For example, let's look at the steel wool bottom right soul component for behemoth on my Chavez here. So 109 attack, 109 ability, so 109 on top, 996 on bottom. Let's look at the purple one. Exact same refinement, level 20. Except this one has obviously been evolved already with the purple evolvement, which you cannot do with blue because this is the maximum level for a blue. So maximum level for a purple is obviously 30. So this one has 170 at level 20 when evolved, instead of 109. That's a big difference. And for magic resistance, to have over 5 more magic resist on one Beast Soul component, that's a big difference. You can see from the power level 445 to 85. So the quality does matter. I would very much like to have a purple one on my Charon, but I just don't own a purple Smash Tail to put on him, so I won't. I could, however, put a purple steel wool on my Chavez. At some point I will probably upgrade him. But you see, refining to 20 not only costs soul crystals, the number here, up here, but it also costs the low ancient souls that you need to get from 10 upwards. And because I want someone to... We can't evolve him upwards because it requires a hero level of 80. Yeah, this is the next topic. So why do I have these two done first to refinement level 30 instead of these two? Simply because, like I said, the behemoth Beast Soul is all about survivability, and tanks are all about survivability. The longer they are there, they prevent the enemy tanks from moving in, or most of them, and they are able to do more damage. So each beast soul has two components, if I'm not mistaken, that have a health component in it. And on the behemoth, it is the wonton skin on the lower left with magic resistance attached, and the smash tail on top right with armor attached. So these two are obviously the ones that I want when I'm looking at survivability. I want my Saizo to be on the battlefield doing damage for as long as possible, regardless of who the opponent is. And I'm gonna find someone with a little less of a profile here. The marksmen are all, most of them are on my second team or on my third team, so that's why they are not very high on the list here. But what I want to emphasize here is that obviously if you've got a situation where you have two different beast souls and their components, try to get at least two of the same one to activate their first like level 2 it reads. I don't know why there is no level 1. Their first special ability. Special abilities on each beast soul activate on different criterias. So the first one doesn't really require much to activate, just requires that you have them, and you know, I think I have, yeah. So on my Jolie, I have 4 of the same beast soul here, but I've not refined them, I've not evolved them in any way, but the first one is still activated. Now, these give you either more stats or special powers. And as you refine and evolve the beast soul components, both of them, in this case, it will increase in power. So these boxes here mean that, you know, you need to, you don't need to evolve them to activate it, but you need to activate it of the same Fierce Griffin beast soul. And here you need 3, but this time you actually need to evolve them at least once to activate them. So all 3 have to be evolved at least once to activate the special ability. And the last one is the ultimate ability, which requires all 4 to be evolved at least once. And each time you evolve them, you will gain better stats. So as you can see, for a level 3 behemoth ward here, you get quite a lot of resistances in armor and health. Funny that it uses the term HB, hit points, instead of health, when it uses health in other places, but yeah, who's kind of. And the key statistics obviously is the one that it reduces critical strike reception rate, which means when an enemy, an opponent's hero is trying to crit strike you, a Mira or something, this will actually reduce the chance of that happening. And these first special powers are always just stats and stuff like that. they don't actually do anything. But here's where it gets interesting, and here's where it really starts to pay off on many of these, especially on the behemoth. Behemoth. I hated that they wrote it behemoth. So when your hero drops below 80, all damage received for a certain amount of time are reduced by 40. Below 40, 20. This is extremely good. The higher level you go, the damages start to be insane. The crits are going into the 30,000, 40,000 range. So when you start dropping 10% out of 30,000, you're dropping 3,000 damage, which can be a normal hit for some heroes. So you'd survive an extra hit because you've equipped this and you've evolved your beast souls. Let alone if you've got the 20% one. So yeah, that's pretty powerful. And here is actually one of the biggest ones in the long run, because every time you're hit for 3 times, every third hit or every fourth hit, I'm not sure which one, you will produce a shield. Well, this hero will produce a shield on itself and allies around it. A smaller shield for allies and a bigger shield for yourself. But this comes every 3 hits. Every time you receive damage from any source. So pretty much, if you've ever seen my fights, they have that shield on pretty much all the time. Because if I have my Saizo and my Charon on, they both have this. Charon's one isn't so good, but still, they both have this. And so those shields are going off all the time. So which ones to choose for the rest? Like the Dragon Roar one, Frostfire Dragon for a tank character. Yeah, it does give you more attack damage. It does give you more ability power. And it does make you like survive negative effects such as sleep or stun or whatever. But it doesn't give enough to really kind of justify the loss of survivability that the Behemoth set gives you. Why did I equip my smoke with it? Well, I had a purple set, so I figured why not use it. I had to put the blue sets on my tanks. Oh, she hasn't got it 20 yet, so kind of thing. We should do that. So you know, I just thought someone should use it, and if it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be Smoke, because he comes out from behind the enemy, so it's important that he deals a lot of damage in the least amount of time. So let's go into Refinement. We have 11,000 soul crystals, so I'm pretty confident we can go ahead and refine. So there's 2 ways to do this. One is to just go level by level, and you can see the price for each level. Or you can just press quick refine from 10 to 20 or 10 to whatever you have, and it will not tell you the price. it'll just deduct it from your totals. So let me show you. Each time you get more stats directly on your hero when you evolve one of these. So why doesn't the 20 move up when I refine? Because it's a blue one. Well, it doesn't actually matter what color it is, because 20 is the next evolvement point. So regardless of color, even if it was an orange, it would go maximum to 20, and then I would have to evolve it in order to continue on that orange from 20 upwards. This is Vala, so I'm gonna just hit quick refine and give her the 20. There we go. I think everyone has their 20s now. Yep. I'm actually more interested, and here's the thing, I really want the Nightmare set on my Paganini, but I just haven't found this component yet. I've found it, but it's on my Jasmine. So, it doesn't always go according to plan. Now, the go-to normal support Beast Soul is the Unicorn set, which increases healing of that character. But Sebastian does no healing. Nada. So, yeah, it's no use, absolutely no use for Sebastian to use the Unicorn set. Instead, I use the Immortal Phoenix Flame set on him, and there's a little chance when his HP drops below 30, he will cast a Phoenix Flame at a direct line that will deal decent amount of damage. But to be honest, if Sebastian's going down, taking damage, he's already dead before he can cast that, or that casts automatically. Like, he will go down from 30 to 0 so fast. And on the side of Ariel, well, she's pretty much a damage dealer, not a healer. She does shield people, but she's a damage dealer, so I put Underworld Hydra on her, which is a sort of critical strike, critical hit rate type of Beast Soul. For the marksman, arguably the best Beast Soul to install on anything is the Fierce Griffin, simply because of its stats allocations and the specialties that it has. It has a stacking buff on your hero each time they take damage. So especially if you're playing with Murphy or a Muse that heals you and your hero takes damage, this can easily stack up to 5 before they're even close to death. So it will boost the hero a lot. So I like the Griffin set much more than I do the Underworld Hydra set. But Critical Strike has its benefits, obviously. So let's see. I guess we should activate the this Beast Soul. We don't have the Beast Soul components. The not the beast soul components, but the tell me, ancient souls. So the low ancient souls I was talking about earlier. I don't need to refine my mages. Probably won't install anything here. He wants the nightmare set, but he's not gonna get it because Paganini is gonna get it first. So let's just beef up our Mira. And we're gonna select the claw again because why not? It has the health bonus in it. And now, if at all possible, yes, we can claim a unicorn set thing, which we don't actually need. And then we claim the low beast souls. Where did that unicorn set thing go? Right here into my bag. So I didn't lose them. You looked at me like, oh, you lost them. No, I didn't lose them. They're right here in my bag next to everything else. So we're gonna go back, and then I'm gonna go and activate this one for my Coco. So this is how you evolve. You need to have enough of these, and it will increase the refinement level maximum. It will make the evolution power better and increase the stats as well on the component. And now we have even more of these. That's great. We can which one is the health one? This one is the health one. We can go and quick refine this one and evolve that one as well. Get some nice bonus health for our Coco. That is very, very welcome. Wonder if we can get this too. Really do like my Mira though, but she's kind of in trouble with these sets. So this one has a full set. I really don't wanna evolve blue ones to 20 because it does cost plenty of soul essence, soul crystals. It's not a commodity that's like everywhere available. So I don't particularly like to evolve blue ones to 20. And I would like to start with anything with health on it, put it to 20. So let's it's only 19, but let's put it on Zoe. She gets a little more health. Not a lot, but a little more. So that was not a quick video, but a video on Beast Souls, Beast Soul components. I didn't go through all of the Beast Soul components. I didn't go through how do you actually synthesize Beast Souls like I've done quite a few times now. Well, it's basically you need a set amount of Beast Souls, and then you get to choose which one you want to synthesize. And then you can dissolve the Beast Souls. Like I could go and dissolve this one, and you get 78. Depends on the soul, of course, but you get these sub-soul crystals, which are then added to your total amount of soul crystals and sub-soul crystals. Now, obviously, when you do that, you lose that particular component. So you will no longer have it available at all. It is gone, destroyed. Bye-bye. So don't do that. without purpose. I think that's about it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, if you managed to watch this long, and like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you in the next one.